Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. I am going to take you through a great practice that you can do after work when you've had a long day and your body is tight and you have a lot of kinks that you just want to kind of release and just release the stress of a full days of work. Or if you just want a nice full body stretch and to release any tightness or stress that you might be feeling, this is a great practice to do any time of the day as well. My name is Diana and I'm with Be Empowered Yoga with Diana. And if you are interested in short yoga classes that you can fit into your day at any time, please subscribe below. And with that being said, let's get started. So we're going to get started in a seated position, and we're just going to close our eyes and just start to settle into this moment. Start to put away some of the thoughts or any issues that you've had to deal with throughout the day. And we're going to start by taking a nice deep inhale in and just exhale it out, letting it all go. And we're going to do that 2 more times. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale it out. 1 more time. Deep inhale in. Exhale it out. And let it all go. Opening your eyes, we're going to start with some gentle neck stretches and some neck rolls, bringing your right ear to your right shoulder. Just stretching out the length of the left side of your neck. And on an exhale, we're going to start to lower, bringing our forehead forward. Just giving yourself a nice half circle stretch here. Exhale, bring it forward again. Your head is nice and loose. Your ears towards your shoulder. And just taking some nice circles here. Really stretching out your neck, letting it all go, letting your head hang heavy. And coming back to center, and we're going to do that on the opposite side. So bringing your left ear to your left shoulder. I'm just feeling that nice stretch, whatever feels good to you here. And you can start to bring your head forward on an exhale. Halfway around, bringing it forward again. And just play around with this. Maybe you want to bring your head back and do a full head circle. Whatever your body needs right now, whatever feels good to you. And coming back to center, bringing your shoulders now up to your ears, giving you a nice shoulder shrug here. Bring them up, 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 and release. Inhale, bringing your shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, dropping them down and back. Inhale, shoulders to ears. Exhale, dropping them back and down. And just release it. Bringing your right hand just on the outside of your right knee. Taking your left arm up to the sky. And start to come forward. Giving yourself a nice circle here. And then bringing your arm up overhead. Opening up the chest. Cactusing that arm. Really thinking about opening this whole chest area here. Exhale, drop it down. We're going to do that on the opposite side, bringing your right hand now overhead and just circle it around. Opening up, cactusing that arm. Dropping that hand down, doing that on the opposite side, lifting your arm up. And just coming forward. Arm up, cactus that arm, really opening up your chest here. And release. Last time on the other side, inhale your hand up to the sky, coming forward and around. Cactusing that arm, really opening up that chest, bringing that shoulder down, and release. Coming to the top end of your mat here, and tucking those back toes under, bringing yourself into a forward fold. Keeping your knees nicely bent here. Bringing your feet a little bit closer together. And start to see if you can sink your chest onto your thighs. Just take a nice forward fold here. Your feet are grounded into the earth. Inhale, find your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Maybe you clasp the outside of your ankles if you want to come down a little bit deeper. Completely up to you. Just listen to what your body needs. One more time, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping your feet back, dropping your knees down. We're going to take a flow with our knees on the mat. Exhale, chaturanga down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And start to pedal out our feet here, really stretching out the backs of our legs. Our calves, our hands are active, our legs are engaged. Slowly start to walk your feet up to meet your hands into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, finding your flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping your feet back, taking your vinyasa flow here. You can take it with your knees on your mat, or you can come into your plank. Exhale, chaturanga down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Really using your core here as you transition to your downward facing dog. Walking your feet up to the top of your mat, into your forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, dropping your hands on the mat, extending your right leg behind you and dropping that right knee down onto the mat, releasing that back foot. Getting ready to balance here. The weight is in that left foot. Inhale, lifting your arms up to the sky. Using your core as you lift. Exhale, cactus those arms and just bringing your elbows in line with your shoulders. Opening up, giving yourself a little back bend here. Exhale, dropping your hands back to the mat. Tucking that back toe under, Bringing your left foot to meet your right, finding your flow one more time here. Knees down or in plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walking your feet up to the top of the mat. Finding your forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, dropping your hands on the mat. This time we're bringing our left leg behind us and dropping that left knee down on the mat, releasing that back foot. Finding your balance here. Inhale, lifting your hands up to the sky. Give yourself a nice back bend here. You should feel it in your front thigh. You should feel the stretch in your psoas. Exhale, cactus those arms behind you. Really stretching out the shoulder blades here. Your elbows are in line with your shoulders. Your gaze is towards the ceiling. Your thighs are engaged and active. Exhale, dropping your hands down onto the mat. Your right foot to meet your left, taking your flow. Exhale, chaturanga down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walking your feet up to the top of the mat. We're going to pivot our feet towards the long part of our mat. So we're just going to rotate, opening up our legs, bringing our feet at a 45-degree angle. Start to lift yourself up, dropping your thighs down into your goddess pose. We're really going to start to work out our hips here, really stretch them out into our goddess pose. Keeping your right hand onto your right knee. Start to bring your left shoulder forward to really stretch out that whole shoulder area here. And you could sway sway your hips from side to side. Not your lips, I mean you could, but that might be a little funny. And just enjoy this stretch here. Moving to the opposite side, right shoulder going towards your left knee. And reverse it. Really thinking about opening up these hips here. One more time. And coming back to center. Straightening our legs, dropping your hands down on the mat, and just take a nice forward fold here. Legs straight. Bringing your toes facing forward. Letting your head hang down loose. Keeping your feet grounded into the earth so that you're not falling forward, but you're staying nice and steady and grounded. Keeping your right hand on the mat, bringing your left arm up to the sky into a revolved forward fold. Bringing your hand back down, keeping your left hand on the mat, bringing your right arm up overhead. And you might notice that your hips start to move in the direction where your arm is lifted, and that's completely fine. So just find whatever movement works best for you here and just enjoy it. We're trying to increase our mobility here. And just listen to what your body is telling you, to what feels good. Everybody's tight in different areas. Coming back to center. Start to pivot your feet now towards the front of your mat. Walking your hands to the front of your mat. Bringing your right foot to meet your left into your downward facing dog. And you can pedal it out here if you'd like. You can lift your heels up to the sky. You can push those heels down. Whatever feels good to you here. And when you're ready, taking your right leg up to the sky into your three-legged dog and preparing yourself for pigeon. So bringing your right foot parallel to the top of your mat, dropping that back leg straight behind you, releasing that back foot. Now you can keep that leg parallel to the front of the mat, or you can bring it a little bit closer to your inner thigh, whatever feels comfortable to you, whatever allows you to gain the most benefit from this stretch. And you can remain here if you'd like. If your body really needs you to go a little bit deeper today, or if you're feeling like you need a little bit more of a deeper stretch, you can start to come down on your forearms. You can bring your forehead and dropping it down onto your mat. And we're going to stay here for about 5 breaths. So just really enjoy this pose. Really start to tune into how your body is feeling right now in this stretch. Releasing any tension that you might have or any thoughts that might still be running through your mind right now, and just letting it all go. Letting the day's events just fall behind you. And just bringing your attention to your breath and how your body is feeling right now. Placing your hands on the mat, start to lift yourself up. If you were forward, bringing your right foot to meet your left, tucking that back to under, coming back into your downward facing dog. And this is a great time again, just to see how that right side of your body feels right now. As we start to transition to our left side, lifting your left leg up to the sky into your three-legged dog. Exhale, bringing it to the top of your mat. Making sure that that leg is behind you, directly behind you. Making sure that your hips are not lifted more to one side than the other. So if any of these poses, you need to use any props, blocks, blankets, whatever allows you to enjoy the pose and completely release into it. Don't be hesitant to using any props. And if you'd like, you can come down onto your forearms. Again, whatever is working for you today. And each day may be different, right? Some days coming down, all the way down feels great. Other days it's too much. So whatever it is that your body needs right in this moment. Really breathing into the areas that you're stretching, trying to focus the breath and bringing it into those areas that you need the most space, and the areas that are being stretched out right now. Placing your hands on the mat. If you're forward, lifting yourself up. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale. Tucking that back toe under, bringing your left to meet your right. Coming into your plank, coming down onto your knees, shifting your hips back and just coming into a seated position. Your feet are planted on your mat, extending your arms up behind you. We're not going to stay here. We're going to start to slowly lower our body down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing your legs, both legs up to the ceiling, bending at the knees, clasping your hands on the outside of your feet, or using your peace finger and thumb, you can grab a hold of your big toe and bringing yourself into your happy baby pose. And this can look any way that works for you right now. So if you are feeling like you need to add some more movement, you can sway from side to side. If you feel like you really need to open up those hips, just bring those knees closer to your elbows. Or if you want to keep your legs extended above you and just bring them closer to your chest, whatever you need to do. And just make this into your own pose, your own practice. And remembering to breathe through the stretch. Bringing your knees close together, bringing both knees into your chest and just giving yourself a nice hug. Take a nice deep inhale in. Exhale, extending your legs out in front of you. Dropping your hands on either side of you. Letting your feet hang loose. Allowing your thighs to just sink into the ground beneath you. Unclenching your jaw. Releasing any tension in the eyes and the forehead. And just thanking yourself for taking the time to devote to yourself, to taking the time to listen to what your body needs today. Showing gratitude for the mobility that your body has today. And just completely surrender into your mat. And when you're ready, you can roll over onto your side. And if you'd like to enjoy the Shavasana a little bit longer, then you can remain here for as long as you'd like. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of the day.